The man appeared entranced as he touched her black stockings, while the woman, sitting on the floor with a tender smile, continued to flirt with him. Stephen couldn't resist. They ended up gazing at each other like lovers deeply in love, yet, in truth, their connection was tied to Stephen's son. From their very first meeting, Stephen knew Anna was his son's girlfriend, but he was instantly drawn to her. They only saw each other again at a party. They shared a long, silent look until someone interrupted them. A few days later, Stephen's son, Martin, brought Anna home, as previously arranged with his parents. Stephen, busy opening wine in the kitchen, greeted Anna as if it were their first meeting. In reality, they couldn't help but seek each other out with their eyes. Stephen kept watching Anna. Soon, she and Martin would be leaving. Stephen simply stood there, silently watching her get into the car and drive off. Not long after, Anna hurried to a phone booth after work and called Stephen's office. Surprised but composed, Stephen answered calmly while Anna greeted him. He told her to choose a dress, saying he'd be there within the hour. Then he quickly left his office. As he made his way to the meeting, he seemed preoccupied with his boat but couldn't stop looking ahead. At last, he arrived. Anna had been waiting a long time. They exchanged silent glances. Anna sat on the bed and beckoned Stephen over. After their intimate moment, Stephen straightened himself up. Anna reclined on the sofa. Neither of them spoke. Their silence made everything between them perfectly understood. A few days later, Martin approached Stephen on his own accord. Initially, Stephen feared that his son had discovered his affair with Anna. However, it turned out that Martin had simply received a promotion. Their mother asked Martin to share the news with Stephen in person. To celebrate the occasion, the family went out to dinner and Martin brought Anna along. During the meal, Anna opened up about her past. She had grown up overseas. Her father, a diplomat, never returned to live in their home country. Her mother had been married 4 times. Anna also mentioned she once had a brother who had taken his own life. He died for love. Anna's early life was filled with hardship, and she had worked hard to achieve independence. Stephen sat quietly, deeply moved by her words. After the dinner, Martin offered to take Anna home. Stephen excused himself, claiming he had to return to work, but instead followed Martin's car. He waited until Martin had left and then hurried into the house. Anna was already there, waiting for him. Stephen felt overwhelmed. All throughout the dinner, he had longed to touch her, to kiss her. Now he found himself asking her again and again who she really was. Anna didn't respond directly, only smiled. That night, they were intimate once more. She also shared a part of her past that she hadn't mentioned earlier. She and her brother once had no home and only each other to rely on. Their bond grew increasingly intense, and as they matured, her brother began to desire her for himself. Anna, haunted by her past, told Stephen her brother had tried to control her before dying in front of her. "People who've been hurt are the most dangerous," she said. Stephen, needing to attend an out-of-town conference, invited Anna to join him. She refused, choosing to stay with Martin. Later, Stephen learned from his wife that Martin had taken Anna to Paris. Overcome with jealousy, Stephen lost focus at work, unusual for a seasoned politician known for his composure, and a reason he was being considered for a cabinet post. Unable to resist, Stephen rushed to Paris after his meeting. He tracked down their hotel and, disturbingly, booked a room across from theirs. Watching Anna and Martin through the window, he broke down in silent agony as Martin embraced her. Back home, Stephen confronted Anna. He confessed he wanted to leave his wife for her. But Anna rejected the idea. She reminded him that he had a stable life, a good family, and a thriving career, and that losing it all for her wouldn't change anything. When Stephen insisted divorce would mean he could have her, Anna simply said, "You'd only be gaining what you already have." Stephen was left speechless, trapped between ambition and obsession, on the brink of a major political promotion. Everyone had high hopes for Stephen. Though he and Anna didn't want to end things, they agreed to change the nature of their relationship. During a visit to Anna's home, Stephen met Peter, her childhood sweetheart. Anna lied, saying Stephen came to borrow a book, but Peter seemed to understand the truth. He mentioned Anna truly loved Martin and that they had met in Paris. Stephen left abruptly but returned after Peter was gone. Anna confessed Peter was her first love, and their bond had once driven her brother to suicide. Stephen, deeply moved, embraced her. That weekend, the family visited Stephen's father-in-law's cottage. Martin, full of joy, brought Anna along. During dinner, Martin proposed to Anna, and she said yes. Stephen was stunned. Later, he tried to talk Martin out of it, but Martin insisted Stephen didn't really know Anna like he did. Stephen remained silent. That night, Stephen found Anna outside. She embraced him, and they shared a moment alone witnessed by Stephen's daughter. He explained it away, saying he had spoken to Anna about her mother's disapproval. The next day, Anna's mother joined them and brought up Anna's late brother, remarking that Martin resembled him. The mood grew tense. On the way back, Anna's mother asked Stephen to let Anna go for her future's sake. Stephen realized others had started noticing the truth. That night, while wandering the streets, he phoned Anna from a random booth and told her it had to end for Martin's and her own good. She remained silent. Later, Stephen visited Martin's office and apologized vaguely, admitting that some things in life can't be controlled. Martin didn't understand at first, but once he did, he wished he hadn't. Stephen ended all contact with Anna and returned to his public life. Rumors swirled that he would soon become a cabinet minister, but he appeared hollow. He told others he wanted to focus on family, but inside, the fire was gone. One day, unable to resist, Stephen called Anna, but Martin answered. He said nothing and hung up. Anna overheard and suspected who it was. The next day, Stephen received a small box with a key to Anna's apartment. He rushed there. Inside was a clean, quiet room and a book with Anna's handwritten message. Later, at home, he found Anna with his family, discussing the wedding. Anna smiled at him and later said, if it hadn't been for Stephen, she would never have agreed to marry Martin. On the day of their secret meeting, Anna left work early. Stephen rushed to the apartment, unaware he had left the key in the lock. As they reunited inside, Martin arrived. He had gotten the address from the newspaper office and had come looking for her. Hearing sounds from within, he opened the door and saw the truth. Shocked, Martin fell down the stairs. Stephen, naked, ran to him in horror and held him in tears. Anna, devastated, left silently. The scandal exploded. Stephen's wife was broken and asked him why he hadn't just killed himself. Soon after, Stephen resigned from his position, divorced his wife, and lost everything. He went to live alone in the mountains, where he often sat in front of a large photo and reflected. He saw Anna once more at the airport, carrying a child, walking beside Peter. Maybe that's where she belonged. We spend our lives searching for love. And when we find it, nothing else matters. But sometimes, the meaning of a flower is just to bloom. The meaning of birds flying is just to fly. Love, sometimes, is simply the strength to let go.